If you've ever looked around and wondered how in the world some online creators just effortlessly scale up to a 7-figure income while everyone else is, completely burning out on this endless treadmill of content creation, well, you are exactly in the right place. Today, we're literally tearing down a very specific strategy. We're talking about a playbook stolen straight from billionaires. We're going to reverse engineer how to build massive online wealth from absolute scratch just by adopting the exact frameworks used by the founders of trillion-dollar companies. Catch. It really all comes down to working a specific system. And as our source material boldly claims, if you work it, it works. Okay, let's dive into this. The big burning question we're answering today is this. Why does focusing on just one thing build 7-figure wealth? I know, it sounds totally counterintuitive, right? We're always taught to cast this huge wide net, appeal to everybody, diversify all our content. But the reality of building actual sustainable wealth online is the complete opposite of that. Absolute focus rather than broad appeal is what actually creates real leverage. It's all about being known for one specific thing and obsessing over one specific customer. To really wrap our heads around this, we've got to look at a concept called the flywheel. This was Jeff Bezos' core mechanism for building Amazon. And look, a flywheel isn't just some corporate buzzword, it's an invisible engine. Just picture this massive, incredibly heavy metal wheel. It takes a monumental amount of initial energy just to get it to budge an inch. But once it starts spinning, the momentum totally takes over. All that past work you put into it compounds. Suddenly, the whole system starts growing bigger and faster purely from its own inertia. It completely replaces that traditional exhausting business model we have to constantly push just to get a single result. Bezos didn't just build a store, you guys. He built a self-sustaining engine. So here's the exact loop Bezos used to turn Amazon into a trillion-dollar juggernaut. It all starts with an absolute undeniable obsession with the customer experience. First, you offer the absolute best selection for the customer. And because that selection is so great and the experience is so seamless, well, you naturally get increased traffic. More and more customers flock to the platform. Now, because there are so many eyeballs, more third-party sellers desperately want to join the platform to reach all those customers, which, you guessed it, increases the selection even further. This massive scale then leads to a significantly lower cost structure. Because Amazon's costs drop, they can offer lower prices to the customer. And what a lower prices do, they create an even better customer experience, which feeds right back into the very beginning. The cycle just continues to go and build and compound. So how in the world do we apply this trillion-dollar secret sauce to ourselves? Well, it requires a pretty massive mindset shift. On one hand, you have the exhausted creator operating with the traditional leaky funnel. They're just pushing and pushing, throwing random varied content at the wall, constantly needing to find brand new people because their audience literally leaks out the bottom the second the content shifts. But the wealthy contentpreneur, the one who thinks business first, they use a compounding infinite flywheel. Instead of a straight line that eventually just ends, they create a circular system that runs non-stop. Every single ounce of effort feeds into the next step, creating this sustainable, ever-growing engine. Let's break down exactly how this works. First, you obsess over one single avatar, your absolute ideal target customer. Singular, not plural. You figure out their highly specific problem and create content solely to solve it. Because you only make content for this one avatar, the algorithm actually learns exactly who to show your content to. It accurately categorizes you, and this allows you to leverage all that sweet organic traffic from the home screen, search, suggested videos, even external Google searches. Next, you funnel this highly targeted traffic into a logical offer. You aren't just aggressively selling, you're offering the natural next step, then you deliver a clear, undeniable transformation. Remember, people aren't buying information, they're buying a new identity, a shift from where they are to where they want to be. And when they get that result, boom, those buyers become evangelists. They tell literally everyone they know, which funnels brand new people right back into the top of your flywheel, and it just spins faster and faster and faster. Honestly, it all boils down to this. When you're focusing on everybody and everything, you usually get nobody and nothing. This is the massive gaping trap so many people fall right into. You see it all the time, right? People trying to be a lifestyle vlogger, a finance expert, and a fitness guru all on the exact same platform. But when you splinter your focus like that, the algorithm gets confused, your audience gets confused, and your flywheel just stalls out completely. To build real 7-figure leverage, Shady, you have to be radically specific about exactly who you're helping, which brings us to a really staggering number, 30. This represents another billionaire who completely mastered the strategy, Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey has been talking about one singular topic, getting out of debt, for 30 years, 3 decades. He hosts a 3-hour daily show. People call in live and he tells them the exact same thing every single time. Spend less than you make and save your money. He doesn't pivot to crypto. He doesn't suddenly start talking about flipping real estate. He talks about debt, and he built a $1 billion enterprise because he never took his eye off the ball. That kind of relentless dedication is captured perfectly in the acronym FOCUS, follow one course until successful. If you really want to build a 7-figure business, you absolutely must become synonymous with one specific problem. You have to ruthlessly follow one course. When people hear your name out in the world, they should instantly think of the one major problem that you solve. You essentially want to own a word in the marketplace. For Dave Ramsey, that word is debt. What's yours? By focusing entirely on that one course, you give your flywheel the incredibly concentrated energy it actually needs to start spinning. Now I know what you might be thinking. Won't I just run out of things to say? Won't I get completely bored? Well, not if you understand the 90-10 rule of packaging and positioning. Just think about the Mexican food method. It is honestly the greatest culinary illusion of our time. Think about it. What really is Mexican food? It's essentially the exact same core ingredients, just packaged in different ways. Tortilla, meat, cheese, sauce. If you roll it up and melt some cheese on top, boom, you have an enchilada. If you fry the tortilla, chop it up, and throw those exact same ingredients on top, you have nachos. If you fold it and grill it, it's a quesadilla. It's literally all the exact same ingredients. You do not need a million different ideas. You just need a million ways to package and present your one core idea. And by talking about that exact same topic in different ways, you begin to build a system, saving yourself time, energy, and money. Because you aren't constantly exhausting yourself reinventing the wheel with brand new topics every week, you can actually focus on optimizing your flywheel. Your content acts as a 24/7 nonstop machine. It works for you 365 days a year, pulling in your specific avatar, feeding them into your offers, and generating those evangelists we talked about. This system is how you actually get your time back. It's how you make way more while working way less. You're no longer just trading your hours for dollars. You are building an actual asset. And that naturally brings us to the ultimate secret of the new rich, beautifully outlined in these 4 levels of wealth leverage. Since the dawn of mankind, wealth has always been built on leverage. First, there was labor. Having people physically work for you. Then capital, which is just using money to make more money. Then came code, software that basically works infinitely. But the 4th and arguably the most incredibly accessible level today is media. The source material points straight to Elon Musk leveraging his massive media presence on X to fuel SpaceX and Tesla. The new rich are building massive wealth by attaching a micro niche personal brand to the ultimate leverage of media. When you combine that kind of media leverage with a perfectly tuned, highly focused flywheel, hitting a 7-figure business basically becomes a mathematical inevitability rather than just some distant pipe dream. Which leaves us with this final truly critical question to wrap up our explainer today. What is the one word you are going to own in the marketplace? Seriously, we have to stop making this so hard on ourselves. Stop chasing every single new trend or algorithm update or shiny object that flashes across your screen. Find your specific avatar, define your core ingredients, build your flywheel, and commit to following one course until successful. The blueprint is right there, completely proven by billionaires. Continue watching to use this information to build your own. Thanks for watching the video this far. I'm excited to share with you an in-depth article on how to create, share, and monetize lead magnets effortlessly, all without technical skills or expensive tools. This article dives deep into the essential steps for building an audience genuinely interested in your brand. It's designed to help you leverage the skills you already have to create and launch a profitable digital business today. Whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your approach, this guide offers valuable insights to set you on the right path. And one of the key topics covered is why manual outreach and legacy systems can't keep up. You will learn that speed is a vital component of lead conversion. Research shows that responding to a lead within minutes rather than hours dramatically increases the likelihood of a successful sale. The fact that manual systems lack the agility required to pivot when audience behavior changes shows how Lead Creator can address this need. The article helps you pinpoint what your audience truly needs and how your unique skills can meet those needs effectively, ensuring your product stands out in a crowded market. Next, the article explores how to craft compelling content that resonates with your audience and drives sales. It emphasizes the importance of storytelling, clarity, and authenticity in your messaging. You'll learn techniques to create content that not only educates but also emotionally connects with your potential customers. This approach helps build trust and encourages engagement, which are essential for transforming interest into actual purchases. Another vital aspect discussed is effective packaging, how to present your knowledge in a captivating way that appeals to your target market. Alongside this, the article outlines strategies for building a marketing plan that truly connects with the eager buyers. It covers everything from branding and positioning to choosing the right channels for promotion. These insights empower you to showcase your digital product's value clearly and attract the right audience consistently. Finally, the article addresses the challenges new creators often face and offers advice on staying motivated and focused throughout the journey. Launching a digital product can be demanding, but with the right mindset and strategies, you can overcome obstacles and keep progressing. This section provides encouragement and practical tips to help you maintain momentum and achieve long-term success. So go ahead and click on the link below to get started today and turn your ideas into impactful digital products.